Rick Scott, the governor of Florida. Perfect example. Now, look, this guy might really believe it in his heart that corporations rock the world and the poor should be crushed. And he's just released his budget. He's the new elected governor, of course. And in his budget, you're beginning to see, well, maybe he does have the zeal of someone who's actually passionate about this and believes in it. When they asked him, oh, you have to make these tough budget cuts, how tough were they? He's like, oh, they weren't tough at all. He said, I found them exciting. So what did he find exciting? He has decided that he is going to trim about $700 million in corporate income taxes from Florida. So if you're a corporation in Florida, congratulations, you just got a $700 million gift. And that's on top of the fact that Florida already has one of the nation's lowest corporate tax rates. In fact, when Scott was pressed on it, he said, by 2018, I'd like that corporate income tax to be 0%. So wants to do them as much of a favor as possible, even though if the argument is we want to draw corporations in for the betterment of the economy in Florida, you've already done that because you have one of the lowest rates in the whole country. But not good enough, it's got to go to 0. Now, that has a price. So what's the price? Well, the poor have to be crushed. What can you do? So what's going to get cut? Medicaid. Even though it would cost his state millions of dollars, perhaps billions of dollars from the federal government in matching funds, he's going to cut $4 billion from Medicaid. So look, if you're poor and you're need help and otherwise you won't get treated and you might die if you don't get treated for your health problems, well, sad day for you. The corporate tax rate has to be even lower. So somebody had to be sacrificed. Now, if you think that's not bad enough, let me give you the average tax rates in Florida, and you'll begin to get a sense of how absurd this is. The average tax rate on the low-income individuals in Florida is 13.5%. Now, for that bracket, that's pretty high. But you say, hey, 13.5%, maybe that's not that bad. Well, so let's go to the top 1%. They must be paying a lot more. Right? I mean, they're the top of the top. They can afford it so much more. What's their rate on average in Florida? 2.6%. 13.5% for the poorest people, 2.6% for the richest people. Redistribution of wealth to the top. And Rick Scott thinks it's exciting. Hey, that's what you voted for in Florida. So if forget poor, if you're middle class, enjoy your money getting sucked up to the top 1%. Congratulations to you. See how you like that. All right. I wonder if they'll ever wisen up or if they'll be like, oh, yeah, it's awesome. I gave all my money to the top 1%. What? Why did I do that? I don't know. I don't know if the Florida voters or any other voters will at some point get to that conclusion, which I've been looking forward to for a long time, which is, what? Why did I do that?
Cenk, I heard that TYT has a sports show now. Tell me about it.
Of course! It's TYT Sports. So if you want to know what happened this weekend in football, boom, you go there. What's happening in the baseball playoffs? Boom, you go there. We've got the top commentary on all the sports at TYT Sports.
What about figure skating?
Not there at all, but maybe one day.